Good afternoon, everyone. You're welcome back to our channel again. As you know, my name is Teremain Engineer Russell from High Point Royal Academy, in partner with High Point Ross International Limited. In our previous video, we talked about taking you around our workspace in Lagos office as a yardstick on how our bridge system works. Today, we will take you around our existing installation we have here in Lagos office, and we are going to explain to you in details how high frequency inverter work. Today we are working on 6,000 kilowatts maximum capacity of high frequency inverter, and we already have 25 panel installed, connected in series in 55, and we also have 4 battery installed. We are heavy load user during the day, but since it's an office space, how do we maximize this heavy duty load on the small battery bank setup? These are the key points that we will highlight to you and how we manage them. Please stay tuned. All right, we want to take you around to showcase to you what our inverter 5 kVA, that's a 6,000 kilowatts, is powering, and how we maximize our energy capacity and efficiency. As of now, it's around that 3 p.m. The sun is not out. Yeah, you can see that we're only powering 2 bulbs. Then we just put off the AC here in school because they are making use of the air conditions in the classroom. So on the classroom aspect of it, come. So so we're going to the lecture room. Chill up. As you can see, we're using a fan and a bulb, a projector. Sorry to interrupt your class. Projector. Then you can see this 1.5 horsepower AC that is on. Then we take you around and see what we have on our system and how it works. Okay, this is our workspace. We're still going to talk about this in our next video and how this works. Yeah, this place is hot. So here we have our, stay this way, we have our 5 kVA inverter, but the maximum energy capacity that the PV input can take is 6,000 kilowatts. As you can see, the air condition is spinning. Here we don't use NEPA, we don't use grid, we are purely using solar. Yeah, that's why we have here inverter of PV direct. What that PV direct means is that I'm going to explain to you how it works. You can see that these 2 wires coming here for positive and negative, and it come here to the PV bus bar. All the 24 solar panels are connected in this bus bar, and from this bus bar we link it to the inverter. Okay, then this is battery bus bar. For the battery bus bar, we also link it to the inverter. So for the PV out, we link it to the supply mode, and from here we go to we have a supply to our distribution board where all the protective devices are installed. So now you may wonder, we're powering our air conditions, we're powering all our load with just 4 batteries. How is that possible? Yeah, this 48-volt system. In this 48-volt system, all these batteries are seen as one battery because each battery is known as 12 volts. Now, what is the advantage we have in using this high frequency inverter? As of now, let's see what we are generating, because the weather is kind of a bit very dull. At the moment, we are consuming, we are consuming 1,151 to 1,152 kilowatts of energy. Sometimes it's up to 1,445 kilowatts or 448 kilowatts. That's what you can see there. That's 1.49, 0.44. Now, because the sun is not really out, that's with one AC. What do we generate? We are are generating at the moment 1.44 kilowatt from the sun. So what does that have to do in our system? That means at the moment we have 134 voltage from the sun, or 130 volt from the sun, depending on how the sun rises. And now you can see 138, that means the sun has gone up. So how many energy do we charge? Does it go to the battery? At the moment, what we are generating from the sun is not sufficient to power the load. So we are taking 3 to 4 amps from the battery to augment what is being generated from the sun. So what we are consuming is bigger or is higher than what we are generating. But when the sun scale up its game, then what we consume will be directly from the PV. So what that means is that, let me do the math again for you. These are, now we are generating 1.45, 1.44 from the sun. And on the PV, we are consuming 1.47. So what we generate from the sun, it will be minus from what we are consuming, and the excesses we generate more than 1.51. Let's assume we are generating 3,000. So 3,000 go to the battery, 1.5 go to the load. But because the sun is not out, what we generate is lower than what we consume. Now we have scaled up to 1.46. So we have to take the excesses from the battery. So that is what happens here. So at the moment, we're still going to do more video to your way. At the moment, we are not taking from the battery now, from the video, because the sun has scaled up. Is what we generate that is supplying the load. That means we are powering our load at the moment direct from the PV because the sun has scaled up. But however, on the battery ampere on PV, nothing goes to the battery because the sun has also not scaled up. If the sun scale up a little bit too, we have a little go to the battery and some go to the load. So we're going to talk more on our one-on-one interview session about how this PV inverter work. So you can see, if you invest more on your solar system in the roof, you don't need bigger battery bank setup. During the day, you consume more energy from the sun and you have enough save on your battery bank. At night, can power your fuel load. We don't risk for battery on AC, but we decide to scale and invest on our PV. So that what we generate is what we consume, and the leftover is being stored in our battery bank. That's a smart way to save cash. It's a simple tech. Thank you very much. You're welcome. So I'll be able to take you around the tour of our office space in Lagos on how we generate our power consumption here in Lagos. On the rooftop, we have 25 units of solar panels, and they are being connected in 5 streams. What that means is that they are being connected in series 5 in 5 units to 24 to 25 pieces. That's a high voltage. Our PV inverter, that is a high frequency inverter, is absorbing that, and most times we generate a maximum capacity of 3,850 kilowatts. That's huge. Our maximum load consumption in this office is 3,200. So when we have the peak of the sun, our 2 inverter 1.5 kVA AC come up and work simultaneously direct from our PV. Then our battery bank is resting. The excess we have goes straight to our battery bank. That serves us for the day of anatomy. When it rains, when it does sun properly, we make use of our battery bank. I'll just give a brief preview on how high frequency inverter work. What do we learn? Our high frequency inverter has the ability to generate to 6,000 kilowatts energy capacity. It has the ability to absorb up to 6,000 kilowatts energy from the sun. We are able to generate 3,850 kilowatts. When we have a deficiency from the sun is not that out, we generate, assuming 2,000 kilowatts, We reduce our load consumptions to key into what we generate. We run one AC at the stop at the spots. Then we reduce other of our loads. But the classrooms, if the class students are on the seats, they will on the AC for them. For the admin department, we knock off our AC. We use fan and other office gadgets. So if you want to install this in your home, what are you expected to do? Invest more on panels and invest less on battery. If you have the capacity or the resources to invest both battery and panels, that is good for you. We bring more video to your way. If you notice in our video, we showcase some parts of PV Direct. What is PV Direct? How can you power your home with PV Direct? In our next episode of the video, we highlight a key points and what you need to do, how to power your home or your gadget with direct PV without inverter. How is that possible? We'll bring that to your way. Please subscribe to our channels, share, like, comments. Criticize us, no problem. We are good. We learn from critics, but we don't respond to violent words. Please, let's follow the community guidelines. Our office is saturated at number 90 Palm Avenue, Mushi, Lagos, and our next office is saturated at 165 Way, Benin City, opposite ICC. Our full contacts to remain 081 37 037 627. I take that again, 081 37 037 627. You can call, you can WhatsApp us, you can make your inquiries. We are willing to admit you to our academy. You're welcome.